Hi, welcome to Village Pet Supplies. Thought I'd tell you a little bit about who we are and what we do and what makes us so different than everybody else. We specialize here. We specialize in hypoallergenic foods, holistic human grade foods. We don't sell any foods that would sit next to a commercially produced food at like a big box store, and there's big reasons for that. It's important to me that all of our foods are made with human grade ingredients as opposed to pet grade ingredients. It makes a huge difference in the health of your pet. Pet grade meats are loaded with bone meal that are bad for kidney function and etc. So human grade meats will prolong your pet's health and longevity as they age. So let's take a look at our foods and what makes our foods different than foods you might find at another store. You're probably not going to be familiar with too many of the names. Virus here is owned and formulated by a gentleman in Maryland, and it is made an hour and a half north of here at Southern Tier, New York. It's an EU certified facility. EU certified means a European Union certified. Kind of the equivalent of what we would call an organic certification. Europe has significantly higher standards than America for human foods and for pet foods. All kinds of things that you find in your own foods in the grocery store, BHA, BHT, which are chemical preservatives, ethoxyquin, these things cause cancer, perfectly legal in America in human foods as well as in pet foods. Completely illegal in Europe, just absolutely may not be used. So European Union certified is a huge deal. Animate, which is also a locally made, formulated by Rob Downey, who's a veterinarian who specializes in nutrition, and this food has been around for 30 years as well. Same thing, he lives in southern Pennsylvania. His food is made at an EU certified facility in Ohio, meets all those same wonderful standards. Love, love, love this food. Hypoallergenic, easy digestion. We get a puppy in who seems to be getting sick, throwing up diarrhea from every food that people have tried him on. Animate just seems to fit perfectly to get that little tum-tum under control. Just a lovely food, just beautifully formulated. He has this new formula called Sustain, which is actually goes through a whole certification process of being responsibly fished to sustain the fish in the environment so we don't deplete anything in the environment by making the food. And it's made, interestingly enough, with cod heads. Cod is tremendously high in omega fatty acids, and 90% of the omega fatty acids are in the head of the cod. So he goes the extra mile to get the highest quality part of the cod to make the best food for your dog. So he uses cod heads in its food. It's a brilliant food. I just love the formulation. Grain-free is, by the way, another one of those topics that there's a whole lot of misinformation about. Grain-free is thrown around on TV commercials and such as though it's nutritionally better for your pet. It's not, unless your pet has a very, very offbeat grain allergy to something like rice or oat or something like that, then it is important to go with a grain-free food. And we are happy to match the right food with the right dog based on energy needs, age, etc. Any specific food sensitivities that are occurring or digestive sensitivities. So we go through a lot of trouble of when you walk in the door and you ask, what food do you recommend for my dog? We don't just pick one and go, oh, buy this. We ask you all kinds of questions about your dog and then find the right fit, calorie content-wise, ingredient-wise, grain-free or with the healthy, sustainable grains like the brown rice and the oat and such. And all of our foods, by the way, also do have a full money-back guarantee from the manufacturer. Your dog doesn't like it, your dog doesn't do perfectly on it, you bring it back, we refund it, we find you the right food that matches perfectly. We also have literally everything you need to take care of your dog. Here we have all of our grooming and deodorizing types of products, but and we have specialty shampoos if your dog has a yeast infection on the skin or has hot spot problems, that sort of thing. We have specialty shampoos for all of that. And so in addition to all the wonderful dog and cat foods that we carry, we also carry your foods and supplies for birds, guinea pigs, rabbits, other small animals, and even an aquarium section to help you take care of your betta or your goldfish. Thank you so much for taking a little tour of Village Pet Supplies, coming to visit us today. Come in to visit us in person. What sets us apart from the big guys is we will answer all of your questions. Bring your list with you, and anybody here will be glad to spend as much time as necessary getting your pet fixed up with everything that they need to have the optimal health.